You can't see me for anything. So apparently my cats, see if you can spot him in the dark there, insisted that I blow off some steam taking a walk, which we take one every night. It's kitty range, not dog range, so. You looking for your brother? Sushi! It's after midnight and I just belted out like Amelia would. Oh, yes. Not very often I put my bitch face on. It usually involves doing something to my family, and frankly, that is exactly what Ginger has done. My immediate family and my extended family. So, hey, it's time to clean house. You don't walk into a temple or a church or another spiritual circle with a dingy setting, a dirty setting, snakes slithering around on the ground. No. So, yeah, the need to clean house was much needed. He's right behind me. So I saw probably a dozen, as Amelia would put it, shooting stars, which made her mad because she didn't see any. We live just kitty corner from a church that it's such a goofy little, what is the word I want? Tradition's not quite it. Okay, so I'm letting the cat out of the bag. No pun intended. Not really cat out of the bag. I'm just explaining myself. 4 years ago this September, or would it be 5? I've lost, I had a stroke while I was at work, and I used to speak a lot faster, so I know you get impatient with my videos. I do too, frankly. It affected my speech quite a bit, actually. For the first 2 years, it was difficult for me to form a sentence. I still stutter a little bit from time to time, but it's definitely a lot better, and only if I point it out to people can they see that I have a little drop to one side of my face and my ear. But yeah, it definitely affected my memory. A lot of things that I studied for years and practiced, etc., such as herbology and just, life skills. At least I consider them life skills. Other people would say they're more like survival skills, but, only you are going to take care of you. Yeah, you might have somebody to give you a hand here and there, but I don't know, maybe that's a single mom talking. Been, divorced in 2005. And for the most part, I like being alone. Probably one of the biggest reasons is because I make a little nest of pillows all around me. I also have hypothyroidism, so that's probably, I didn't used to do that until that developed. I don't take medication for it. I do what I can to control it with diet the best I can, including foraging various plants in the summertime and store them away in jars for teas and tinctures and blah, blah, blah. What you looking for, kid? Come on. Alright, I'm definitely more calmed down. Holy cow. That raised my blood pressure. I got a headache from it. Yeah, my kids hardly see that. You really gotta set me off. And the fact that all these people today were telling me that Ginger's sending all these messages about how Mike is a fraud and, you know, whether one person or the other is a fraud is up to me to determine or you to determine. But someone that's going out of their way to message people in the group like that just says that she's desperate for a following. Oh my God, that woman's desperate. I know, taking a little bit of a different tour here. You come in? Gotta flick a flea or something first. Yeah, definitely the most exciting video, huh? It's kind of a bummer, the Amelia's cat. I don't know where he goes about this hour. He asks to go out, and I know what he was asking. He wanted me to go for a walk, and I think it was about the time that I blew a gasket, so maybe he picked up on it before I even fully imploded. So, yeah, I live in Northfield, Minnesota. Little town that's getting ready for Jesse James Days in 2 weeks, I think. First weekend of September. Dude, you can't just stop in front of me. I'm gonna stomp on you, goofy boy. If I walk past these church steps, he gets really upset with me, so I have to sit on them for a couple minutes. Oh. His little rituals. That's the word I was looking for earlier. You gonna cuddle me? Yeah. Sweet little man. I miss having dogs, but the fact that we have cats that are more like dogs works for me, at least for now. So, I have to go to court on the 1st for an eviction. Keeping my spirits up about that, being that my Western Union wire didn't go through. Yeah, I said earlier today that I would get into this, and I don't know why I feel compelled to share it, but, you know, I'm not the only one who's, affected by Ginger's BS, which, again, that was my choice to listen to her. But long story short, came home. I had to work Mother's Day at a place I'd been for 2 years, getting raped up the ass. God, I could have been making more money at Target as a cashier. I was working for a friend. Advice, don't do that. And I told the landlady months before that I had my ceiling leaking in my dining room. We had to clear the whole room out. And her response was, just put buckets down. And so I'd been harping on her to get it fixed. And everybody in town was having issues with her and going to the city. And she's untouchable. They don't do anything to reprimand her. No fines, nothing. So, as many hours as I was working. I couldn't, oh my God, I was working as many as 70 hours a week. I didn't even know what my kids looked like anymore unless they came into the shop to see me. Anyway, come on, bunny, let's start heading back. Came home after working a full day, Mother's Day. Yeah, second Mother's Day in a row. And my kids had plans for me, and I didn't know. And it just didn't cross my mind to tell them, oh, by the way, I have to work Mother's Day. Yeah, can't, there he is. A little cat dog. Came home, and the light fixture is dangling from the ceiling. And the ceiling is falling down. And mold has been growing. It's coming from the plumbing of the neighbors that live upstairs. It's a fourplex. And their bathroom is right over my dining room and next to my bedroom. And I think it butts up to our bathroom also. And so now our bathroom wall has mold growing on the side of it as well. It's just disgusting. And the housing in this town is awful. There's nothing open, nothing. And if I go to the Community Action Center, which I have a girlfriend who had to go recently, which I really want to expose that whole scenario. That's another story. Like I said, this is not my first rodeo fighting. She went to Community Action Center and said that she's being evicted and needed help, and they can't even, they don't have the funding or anything even to do a one night for her. So, what do you do? Over Christmas break, I let my 19-year-old use my car because he was sharing cars with my oldest son, who works full-time. And right at the end of winter break, my ex thought it'd be real cute to call the city and say it was an abandoned car and have it towed. And being it was just after Christmas, I didn't have any money to even get my car out of impound. So we can't do like we've done in the past, off and on, live out of my van. Which actually, Millie's like, why can't we just live out of the van again? No. How's that gonna happen? I don't even have it anymore. So, you're not the only ones hurting. I go back to work. I think they'll let me go back to work next week. Obviously not the same person. Not the same place. You see, I can't even turn a light on in here. I mean, from a different outlet, but you're just gonna barf. This is disgusting. Okay, so this hole that's in the ceiling, I was told was in the works, that was going to be taken care of right after we moved in. And she never did it. So I don't let Amelia have anybody come over, and we don't really even walk in this area because this right here especially could come down at any time. So I am going to, I've got to be PMSing. I'm craving Nutella. I love you guys. I'm going to try to get some sleep. Peace out.